Hi, Priya. Good to see you back. Hi, Ashwath.
Uh,
Hi, Ritisha. I want everybody on the video. Rishta, nice to see you here. Nidhi, how was your summer?
it was good.
Okay, school started?
Yeah.
Okay. Vikyat, how's your school?
Were you talking to me?
Yeah, to you.
Oh yeah. I couldn't hear you. Sorry. Yeah, it's going good.
Doing good. School started. Nice. Okay, so when did your school start? This week, huh?
Yeah, it started 2 days ago on the 13th. No,
Nice,
1 day ago. Sorry.
nice. How about you, Varad?
My school started like yesterday.
Oh, okay, okay. So you're learning algebra one in school, right?
Mm.
You're learning algebra one in school, right?
Yeah, but I'm not able to skip it though. Sis.
What is it? But you're not able to
Skip it though.
skip it though. But you can skip geometry. Do you know that?
Yeah, I know that.
Okay. We can talk offline, okay, if you want to.
Okay.
I'm glad you brought it up. But we can talk offline, okay? Ask your dad to message and we can talk offline. How do you want to proceed, okay? Kavin,
Okay.
how are you finding school?
Our school didn't start yet. Mine's on the 19th.
Oh, okay, so late. Okay. So you're going to do algebra one in school this year, right?
Yeah, I am.
And you're finding it comfortable, right, already?
Yeah, it's easy now.
Okay. Okay, Ryan, I discussed with your mom for you. Johan is comfortable, I know. Jay, did your school start?
Yeah, I started.
I missed the last two times seeing you. But by the way, what
Yeah.
have they started?
Huh?
What have they started with in Algebra 1?
Oh no, it's only been like 2 days since our school started. It was like this was our second day. So like we
Like,
haven't
no,
covered
so
much.
they've not started anything? Oh,
No,
okay.
they
But
haven't
but do
started
you know
anything.
what is
Huh?
the unit that they're going to start?
No, he hasn't told us yet.
Okay, good. Avyukt, what did they start with for you? Today I'm going to cover functions per my lesson plan. So Avyukt, what are you doing in school?
They just started on I remember the formula,
It's
not like
okay. What is that?
the
Anything you can tell me. What did they do?
it the formula was A sub n is equal to
Okay, I got it.
yeah.
I got it. Prince, how about you?
As
What did they
about
start with for you?
we're just studying regular algebra.
You're not audible, ma.
We're just Can you hear me?
Yeah, what did they start with?
We're just learning regular algebra.
I know,
So
I know. What is the topic there?
uh like simplifying equation.
Simplifying equations. Okay. Okay. See, Avyuk, that arithmetic progression, I'm going to do it later only per my thought. See, that is only module 4. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, I am going to deal with functions and then only arithmetic sequences. So let's see, maybe next week. Okay, last year would have got started. Ritisha, welcome, ma. I know you, but not in a class, right, Ritisha? Okay. Akshita, good to see you back, ma.
Hi.
Hi, let's keep going. Okay. So now one another thing. Uh some of you I'm going to shift to Saturday. Are you all okay with that? I don't know. But for now, let's move on. I want to discuss that at the end of the class. Okay. I don't know how many of you are free on Saturdays. Let's see. Let's keep going with the class and then let's decide that. Okay. At the end of the class, I want to allocate some time on it. I don't want to take away the class time because I want to cover something, see where you all are based on that. I want to make that rearrangement. Okay. Let's go ahead. Okay. Today, I want to discuss functions with you all. Okay. What are these? What are these? This is a little bit new, maybe in algebra, but a part of it you have already learned it. Let's see. How about I draw a graph I say, I started walking from my home. I'm writing a distance time graph. Time on the x-axis, distance on the y-axis. I'm saying, I started walking to my friend's house, okay, at a constant rate, say 2 kilometers per hour. Okay, 2 kilometers per hour. So when you look at the graph, I started traveling at a constant rate of 2 kilometers per hour, right? Are you all okay? Ashruta.
Sorry, ma'am.
No problem. Okay, so I started walking at 2 kilometers per hour, okay, for 2 hours. That means I traveled 4 kilometers in 2 hours. So do you see I have 2,4 on the graph, 1,2 on the graph. Then I took rest. I took rest for an hour. I started traveling. I went to the library maybe. Okay, I reached the library at that time and rested for an hour. Okay. Then I started walking to my friend's house again. Okay, for an hour, I reached my friend's house. So you see, this is basically the graph of whatever I do, right? So I stopped at my friend's place when in 6 hours. So what does it mean? I started walking. For first 2 hours, I walked. Then I stopped somewhere. Then I took some rest. See, time is passing. Time is passing between this 1 hour. In this 1 hour, time is passing, but the distance is not increasing on the y. I took rest and then reached my friend's house in the next hour. So clearly, we are describing the relationship between two quantities in this graph. What are the two quantities? Distance and time. One on the x-axis, one on the y-axis. We are discussing the relationship between two quantities x and y. Now, whenever you discuss the relationship between two quantities, right, this quantity y, right, is always dependent on x because this is the independent quantity. This you have studied from 6th grade. This is the dependent quantity, right? So hereafter in algebra, instead of writing y, I am going to write it out as f of x. Please don't read it as f parenthesis x parenthesis. Please don't do that. Okay, and this is not multiplication here. This is function of x. That means I am talking about a function. I'm talking about the y. The second quantity that is dependent on x. That's all it means. The bracket says, the parenthesis says the y quantity, this full quantity, that is y, is dependent on x. Function of x means function that is dependent on x. Any questions here? Any questions here? Okay, now let's go ahead and try. I'll tell you. How about this? Okay, let's talk about the types of functions. When I talk about the types of functions, right, it can be continuous function, discrete function. Continuous, discrete. Whenever I talk about functions, it can be continuous or discrete. That means what? Again, I describe x, I describe y. I describe x, I describe y. Now, continuous function means, see, x, you know integer values, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here it can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, like this is there. Now, point 1, point 2, point 3. Let's say for point 1, I don't have a value. Let's say I have only function continuous, right? So let's say, see this graph where I kept walking and then took rest and reached my friend's place. You see, from the start till the end, till that 9 hours, right? You have for every small value of x, 0 0.1, 0 0.2, 0 0.3, 0 0.4, whatever be the value of x, you have a corresponding value for y. For every value of x, you have a corresponding value for y. It doesn't, meaning everywhere you have value. 1.11111 for x has a corresponding value of y. Similarly, till the end, till x equal to 8.99999 or 9, there is a corresponding value for y. So, this graph is continuous. You see, it doesn't stop in between. Suppose, let's say, I have a graph where only some points are defined, meaning you have in the function, one second guys, one second. Suppose, sorry guys, suppose if I have points 1, 1, 2, 2, only in these points I mark the points. What happens? At 1.5, what happened? Oh, the graph is not present at all. There is no graph at that point. You see, it's defined here. There is a point here. There is another point here. There is another point here. There's another point here. There's another point here. You see, in between, I don't have a corresponding y. That is called a discrete function. Any questions? Wherever the points are intermittently defined, then it is a discrete function. Wherever the x and y value keeps going, there is no breaking. There is no breaking in between from the start to the end, right? In that case, you say it's a continuous function. Now, okay, so now you see these are the two types of function. Now, how do you define a function? I'm saying function always defines the relationship between x and y. I'm talking that function defines the relationship between x and y. But how do you define a function? Let's say, let's consider the same thing. I started walking to my friend's house. I traveled at 2 kilometers per hour, I said, right? I traveled 2 kilometers per hour. Then I walked for 2 hours. And then I took rest for an hour, I said. After that, I started walking and reached my friend's house in the next hour, right? So this is our graph. See, depending on the context, you can draw your own graphs. This is the distance time graph. Now, in this graph, you have to know about so many properties. Now, when you try to describe the relationship between x and y, two different quantities here, time and distance, you have to understand a lot of things. One is, what are all possible values of x? Ritisha, what are all possible values of x? Can you tell me, ma, from the graph, what are all possible values of x? Ritisha, I didn't mean to put you on the spot, but if you know, just reply.
Is it like 1, 2, 3, 4,
Correct.
6, 7, 8?
Perfect. It is one. It is 1 second. 1 second. It is yes. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3. But Ritisha, between this, what happens? Between 1 and 2, between 2 and 3, there also it is defined, right? So can I write it like this? 0, thanks, less than or equal to x is less than or equal to 4. Can I write it like that? We all see what is going on? From 0 to 4. Everywhere I have a corresponding y value. So this all possible values of x for a function is referred to as the domain. If I ask you for the domain of the function, see, this is the starting point. This will continue till pre-calc calc. Every time you will discuss what is domain, what is range. Domain tells about all possible values of one of the quantities. What is that quantity? That is the independent quantity. Here it is the time. Now, who can tell me what are all possible values of y? What are all the possible values of y in this context? Every function will have its own context, practical context it will have. Rushi, you want to try? What are all possible values of y?
4.
4 is one of the values. So what is the lowest value? What is the highest value?
So the lowest value would be 1.
Y ma 0, right?
Oh, 0.
0, and then less than or equal to. Y is less than or equal to, what's the max value?
6.
Yes. See?
Okay.
Got it. So here do you see this is a continuous function. That is why I write it like this. Because in between 0 and 6, every small point 1 by 2, 1 by 4, 1 by 8, every part whenever x equal to 1 by 4, 1 by 8, whenever x equal to 1 by 6, everywhere you have a corresponding y value. So I have to write it in this notation. This is, I'm writing out an inequality. You see? So this is how you write the domain, and all possible values of y is called the range. If they ask for the domain, you just tell what are all the possible x values. If they ask for the range, you look at the y-axis and tell what are all the possible values of y values. Any questions still here? Jay, did you get it? Did you have a question?
No, I'm starting to understand it now.
Okay, great. Okay, now let's see this one. Okay, how about, suppose I have a discrete function. That's a little different, guys. Let's say I said this function is not defined everywhere, right? So let's say I have this as my function. So what are these points? 1, 2, 3, 3, then 4, 4, 4. Okay, now this is the function, just the 3 points. Who can tell me what is the domain of this function? This is a discrete function. That's a little different. How can I write the domain and range? All possible x values. What is the domain? Shout out, guys. Anybody can shout out, please. Ashwath, you want to try? Or Akshita can try. You're new. You're not new, but then you're back. Tell me.
0 to 4.
Good job, Ma. 0. There is no meaning. 0 is not a point on the graph, right? Only 3 points. So what are the possible x values? That's what you're going to say. What are the possible x values?
1, 3, and 4.
Yep. So I write it like this. See, curly braces. 1, 3, 4. What is the range? Who can tell me? Ashwath, I want you to open your mouth and tell me. What is the range? All possible y values of that function.
2, 3, and 4.
Yep. See, now how do I write this function? How do I write this function? I'll write this function with the curly braces. And what is going on? Okay, and I write 1, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4 within that curly braces. This is how I write a discrete function. You can write a continuous function using an equation, but not for this now. Okay, I just want you to know how will you write a discrete function, how will you represent the domain, how will you represent the range. Any questions? Similarly, for a continuous function, you'll also understand how will you write the domain, how will you write the range. Any questions? Akshita, did you have a question?
No.
Kavin, did you have a question?
No.
Okay. Do you think I can move on? Sreshta, did you get it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Let's see this one. I'm going to describe a situation to you, a practical situation. There is a bathtub. There is a bathtub. Okay. Everybody is going to answer in chat. Okay. There is a leak in the bathtub. Think about it. Okay. There are two quantities you need to compare. Okay. Water leaks at the rate of 2 liters in 1 hour. So what are the two quantities I'm comparing? What are the two quantities I'm comparing and drawing a graph? What are the two quantities here? I'm going to represent in a graph. Yes, Marishita, Aritisha. Nice, Ritisha. I really like you volunteering to say. Go ahead. Even it's wrong, it's okay. Go ahead.
The liters and the time it leaks.
Yep. Usually time is independent variable. Liters, volume of water, let me say. Okay, that's the Y value. Now, entire water in the tub leaked in 5 hours. Now, tell me what type of function is this? Please in chat. What type of function is this? What is the domain of this function? What is the range of this function? Can we try? Again, let me re-emphasize. Domain is all possible x values. Range is all possible y values. First, you need to do some calculations. Ritisha, do you want to reply in chat for this one or you have a question?
For me, it says chat is disabled.
No, ma, in the chat window, go to the left, top left, blue button. Top left, blue button.
Oh, okay.
You want to go ahead there?
To clarify, you said domain is x value and range is y value, right? Hello?
Domain is x values, range is y values.
Okay,
I'll keep
thank
telling for the next 4 or 5 classes. After that, you have to remember domain is possible x values, range is y values.
Yeah, I just wanted to write it down correctly so I don't like.
Absolutely, Prisha. I'm all for it. Don't worry, don't hesitate to ask. Even if it be the 3rd time, 4th time, ask. Hi, Harshat. Good to see you. We are discussing functions. We discussed types of functions. Did you forget Akshat to log in, Harshat to log in?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. We were discussing types of function, range, domain, all possible x values, all possible y values is what we are discussing. Can you send whoever knows send? Harshat, it's okay for you not to answer. I'll wait. Okay. I'll wait. Oh, wow. Good job, Abhyut.
Miss Priya,
Yeah.
for function, we have to say if it's continuous or discrete, right?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
I forgot to say yes. The answers for number 1 will be either discrete or continuous. Kavin, thanks for the message. Kavin, if it is a continuous function, right? I understand what you're doing. Your values are correct, but is that the way to write down what will happen in the 2.5 hour? What will happen in 0.5 hour? What will be the volume of water in 3.5 hour equal to 3.5, x value equal to 3.5? What will happen 3.44? What do you think about it?
Okay.
You see what I mean? Yes,
Yeah.
Aha, Prisha, the same thing. It's a, see, first of all, decide if it is Akshita, good job, ma. Prisha, Johan, I need your answer. If you don't know, you have to let me know. Okay, one thing is, that is right. Shrestha, discrete means it will be defined for only the first, at the first hour it will be defined. At the second hour it will be defined. At the third hour it would be defined. At the fourth hour it would be defined. See, okay, I'll tell you examples of discrete function. You'll clearly understand. Discrete, D-I-S-C-R-E-T-E, meaning the way, yep, that's right. Discrete is, please watch out for the spelling. So discrete is when the two quantities are defined only at specific points. Last year, what do you think? You're not answering. What's up? Laughing.
Miss
means-
Priya, I'm sending it in right now.
Oh, okay. I see, guys. I really want each of you to answer, right? Ryan, you're also keeping quiet, Ryan. I don't even know whether you understood. Jay, what happened?
I'm typing in the answer, Miss Priya.
Vikyat? Nidhi?
I have a question. I'm confused on it too.
Yeah, please ask the question, right? Nidhi, the type of function is correct. Yes. So basically, think about this, guys. There is a bathtub. There is a leak in the bathtub. Means what? There was some amount of water. There was some amount of water. Okay. But the water started leaking with time. For every hour, 2 liters got lost. So what happened? 0th hour, 10 liters was there. 1 hour passed out. It became 8 liters. 2 hours went by. It became 6 liters. 2, 6. Then 1 more hour passed out. It became 4. 1 more hour passed out. It became 2. In the 5th hour, it became 0. So what are the points we have? We have 0, 10, 1, 8, 2, 6, 3, 4, 4, 2, 5, 0. We know these points, but think about it, in between what will happen. At the 0.5 hour, what will be the amount of water? There will be, it would have reduced to 9, right? So between these points as well, the graph has value because water is continuously leaking every second. It is continuously leaking every second and it becomes 0 here. So this is a continuous function. When you talk about continuous function, Jay, did you understand why it is a continuous function?
Yeah, I understood now.
Yeah, I'm glad you understood now. It is when it is a continuous function, you cannot say, hey, my domain is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are these the only possible x values? No, right? In between as well, for every, suppose the time is 1.5 hours since it started leaking. Yeah, there is a volume of water in it. Extend this, there is a volume of water. There is a possible y value. So you cannot write it like this. For discrete function only, you can write the domain like this within curly parentheses, curly braces. Okay. But for continuous function, I told you, right? Since it is there for every small value of x, there is a y value. You have to write it like 0 is less than x. X means domain is less than 5. 0 to 5, every real number, x has a proper value, that is every real number. For range, starts with 0, but here it is y value, right? It goes till what, Vikyat? It goes till what y value?
It goes to 10.
10, good job. Okay, Prince, for you, in continuous function, you don't have to put a curly braces. You don't have to put it. You got it? But you know what? This less than or equal to sign is so important. It's not just less than or greater than, because 0 has a value 0, 0, 0, 0, see 0, 10. At 0th hour, when it started, right, the volume was 10. So 0 was included, 10 was included on the y. So the equal to sign should be there. You got it?
Even though I got it right, I still don't really feel that confident with these questions.
Slowly you will feel, Ryan. Ashwath, that's right, but you missed the equal to sign. Did you get it, Ashwath? Did you get it, Ashwath?
Yeah.
Now let's see. I have a function. I'm going to write out a function. I can write out any function, right? But I am always talking about function, but I never defined a function yet. Okay, I never defined a function. When will you say, hey, this is not a function? When will you say that? I have not told you about it at all. Okay, but let's say I have a function like, I need to put out the points properly. Function means it's a relationship between any two quantities. For Harshat, I'm saying that. Bharat, did you understand how we did that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. Now, see, always I'm telling about only functions. What is not a function is something I have not said. Okay, so my function starts like this and goes here, and then you know what? At this point, I have a hole. This is my function. It's a graph, right? It tells you the relationship between two quantities, x quantity and y quantity. This time, no context. I just tell you the relationship between x and y. What happens here? The function is defined as f of x. This is how you read it. F of x. It is not f times x. Please don't make that mistake. This is f of x means it's a function dependent on x. That's what it is. If you don't want to write this, write it as y equal to. Okay. Now let's see. Here it's a little bit of a difference. Who can tell me? Akshita, tell me whether it's a discrete or a continuous function.
Discrete.
It is it a discrete function? Okay, who all say that it's a discrete function? Who all think it's a continuous function?
Yeah.
Guys, if you don't say both, then what it is, then you have not understood, huh?
Continuous.
Yeah, it is. Yes, it is Akshita. Seema, for every x value, you have a corresponding y value. The line doesn't break or stop. Do you see? This is a continuous function. So now when I write the domain is all possible x values, right? I can't say only -2, -1, 1, 2, 3. Between them as well, you have a y value, right? So anything in between. But when x equal to 4, you have a hole here. Remember in 7th grade, we discussed hole and shaded. This one is included. 4, x equal to 4, the graph is not present there. There is a hole there. So how do you write the domain? Domain is -2 less than or equal to, because -2 is included, it's shaded. But this side, you'll write only less than 4. Any questions? Why? Because 4 is not included, so it cannot be equal to, it can only go till 3.9999. Got it? How will you write the range? It will start from, what is the range? Who can tell me the range, guys?
Is the range from -2 to 4?
Range, see just the y-axis. Where does it start?
Oh.
Where's the minimum point? It starts on the y-axis. The graph.
0.
0. Good job. 0 less than or see, guys, for not to confuse you, I just want to change this a little bit. Okay, change this graph a little bit. There is a confusion point. I don't want to bring it in now. Okay, I'm going to change the graph a little bit. I just didn't want to confuse you. Okay. Okay, let the graph be like that. Okay, now, okay, we were writing the range. So see on the y-axis, the lowest point is this. What is the highest point? This one, right? So the range is 0 less than or equal to y is less than or equal to what? Let's say this point is
3. Oh, sorry.
3 or 4, whatever you write down. I wrote it as 3. Let's write it out as 3.
Yeah.
Got it? So this is how for continuous functions you write. Okay, now let's say, okay, Okay. I want to tell you about discrete function, let's say. Okay, how about this? Okay. I am a salesman. Okay. You have to tell me what type of function is this. I am a salesman. I sell what? I sell vacuum cleaners. Okay. For every vacuum cleaner I sell, I get $20. I get $20. Okay.
Ma'am, wait, I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's continuous and what is the other function?
Discrete. You were not there for it. Discrete. Okay. Now, discrete is when the y value exists for only some x values. Like 1, 2, 3 might have the y value, but then 1.1, 1. In between, it doesn't have a y value. Got it? Now, for every vacuum cleaner I sell, I get $20. Okay. Totally, I sold 5 vacuum cleaners today. I sold 5 vacuum cleaners today. What type of a function is this? First of all, what are the quantities? Who can tell me? I have to be able to draw a graph. What are the quantities?
The amount of money you make in vacuum.
Good. Okay, Ritisha raises her hand. Amma, the raise hand button is really helpful, at least for today, before I split this class. Yes, Ritisha. Yes, Ritisha. The raise hand button really works. Ritisha, go ahead. What did you want to say?
I was going to answer the question.
Go ahead. It's okay. Answer.
The two quantities are the vacuum cleaners and the money.
Number of vacuum cleaners. That is independent. You have to think about which is independent. That is not a part of algebra. That's a part of 6th grade. Number of vacuum cleaners and dollar value. Good. Now, what are the... Okay, now let's go ahead. Number of vacuum cleaners. Let me do it as 5, 10, 15. 5, 10, 15. I'm sorry. Number of vacuum cleaners should start with what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we can start with 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Now, what is this function, guys? What type of function is this?
Discrete.
Why?
Because because for every vacuum cleaner, you get $20, but there's no in the middle vacuum cleaners. You cannot sell half of a vacuum cleaner.
Exactly. Good job. So 1.5 vacuum cleaner is not there. So if I sell 1 vacuum cleaner, $20. If I sell 2 vacuum cleaner, it's $40. If I sell 3 vacuum cleaner, it's $60. If I sell 4 vacuum cleaner, it's $80. If I sell 5 vacuum cleaners, it's $100. So this function has only 5 possible x values and it stops at 5 vacuum cleaner. And with the dollars, I start at 0, but it ends at 100 and in between it's not defined. So you know how do I write this function? This is a discrete function, clearly. DISCRETE. And then how do I write this function? 1, 20, 2, 40, 3, 60, then what? 4, 80, 5, 100. This is how I write. And coming to the domain for discrete function, it's a little different. I told you, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 within curly braces. In continuous function, I was using inequality. Domain range as well only 5 possible values. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Any questions, guys? Any questions? Clear, huh?
Wait, isn't there a 0 for range or not?
Good thought. Yeah, 0, 0 is definitely a range, right? Because if I sell 0 vacuum, good job, Harshat. So 0. Shall I move on? Good catch. Can I move on? So you understand what is a discrete function, what is a continuous function. Okay, now let's see. Yeah. How about okay, now I'm going to ask you a subtle different question. Bharat, I would like you to answer. Okay. Bharat or Lasya are going to answer. Okay. Two children are selling lemonade. Two children are selling lemonade. They're charging $1 for a cup. $1 for a cup. Okay. Two children are selling lemonade and they end up selling 10 cups. They end up selling 10 cups. Now, let me know what is the graph. The graph should look like this, or should it look, how about all of you answer? So I know what each of you know, instead of picking out, right? All of you answer in chat. If you don't answer as well, I will note down, guys. I need everybody's answer. I'll clearly note down who has not answered as well. Okay, that's what make the class hard on you, but then that is what is productive. Okay. So A, B, C, D, I'm going to mark. A, B, C, D. How I am not putting what is the X value, Y value. I just want to know from you. Good job, Lasya. Good job, Srishta. Good job, Jay, Ryan, Harshit, Prince, correct. Everybody got it right. Avyut, correct. I'm just waiting on the others. Dhruv, correct. Ashwata, correct. Akshita, correct. Prisha, correct. Ashwat, correct. Rushi, correct. Varad, correct. Johan, good job, Johan. You've started answering now. Did you not understand domain and range, Johan?
Oh, yeah, I understand it.
Okay, but you did not answer. Did you see that?
For the old one?
Yeah, continue.
The old one I didn't understand, but now I understand it.
Oh, yeah. Vikyat, you can go, but please answer this.
Okay.
Which one is it? Nidhi, where is your answer, ma? Ah, she got it. Nidhi, why Nidhi? Why do you think it's C? Can you say? Oh, you want to change it? Akshita, how about you? Did you answer, ma?
Yes.
I got it. Sorry. Dhruv, did you answer? Dhruv Naik. Yeah, I saw your answer. Okay. Ritisha, yeah, I understood that you understood. Okay, good. Ashwath, did you answer? Ashwath.
Yeah.
You answered? Yeah, okay, good. So you all understood what are continuous function, discrete function, and then if I ask you to sketch a graph as well, you know, you will talk about the domain and range very nicely, right? Now, how about this? So you know the basics. Okay. Now, let me ask you this. This is x. This is y, or I can call it as f of x. Correct, guys? Now, I'm going to draw a function. But we have not defined function. Oh, that puts me into a discomfort. I should have told you what is a function. I told you what is a function, but I never told you what is not a function. We'll discuss that. Okay. Let's say, okay, I want to finish this and then go define what is not a function. Okay. So let's say I have this. I will plot my own points. Okay. That is the points. It's hard for me to draw. So I'll go like that. Okay. And then at this point, this here, and then like this. Okay. Now, let me ask you this. What is f of x when x equal to 6? Answer in chat. What is f of x when x equal to 6? We are analyzing. Vikyat, go and come back, Vikyat.
I'm back.
Good job. Good job. Oh, you guys understood nicely. I am proud of myself now.
Is the 2 at the 2 or is it the 2 with the 3? I just
2
want
with the 3, ma. My graph is bad, right? Sorry about that.
Thank you. I just wanted to clarify.
No, that is why I connected and showed you. So no confusion, right? 2 is not with the 2. You see what I mean, huh? That's why I connected so that you are not confused.
Yeah, I just wanted to double check.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
thank
the
you.
real nice graph would be different.
Miss
Ashrita.
Priya,
Yeah, ma. Prince correct.
is fx if f of x is it basically the y?
Correct. For you to remember only, I tricked you asking what is f of x. I never mentioned y, but here I gave you a clue. Do you see?
Yes.
Okay. Nidhi, answer ma. Please, all of you, please take it as your responsibility to answer.
I did answer.
Yeah, ma. I saw, Nidhi, I saw. F of x is 7. Ma, Nidhi, where on the y-axis do you see a 7? On the y-axis, do you see a 7? Nidhi, on the y-axis, do you see a 7? Can there be any time when f of x value is a 7? The maximum is 4 I'm seeing. Akshita correct. Jay correct. Last correct. So certain things now you can start figuring out with functions. Rushi correct. Rushi. No. Rushi, okay. There is a slight issue with your answer. F of x, when x equal to 6, project the graph, x equal to 6. Where is the y value? What is the y value?
4.
Value is 4.
Oh, okay.
So how do you write this? F of 6 is 4.
Okay.
This is your x value. You got it?
Yes.
At that x value, your y value is 4. Make sense?
Yes. Yeah.
So I write this as f of 6 means at x equal to 6, because this is your x. At x equal to 6, this represents your y, that will be 4. Make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Now let me ask you, what is x when f of, let me ask you like this. F of, okay, write down what is f of 2. What is f of 2? What is f of 2? Vikyat, answer in chat. All of you, please answer in chat. Don't take it for granted. Dhruv, that was incorrect. Did you understand why?
Yeah.
Okay, good. What is f of 2? What is f of 2? Harshit, that was incorrect. Did you understand why?
No.
What you have written as the answer?
5.
For this one, did you answer?
No. I mean, yeah. I don't understand this one.
You don't understand this one. Okay. Amma, you have to come to the class at the start. Okay, here. F of 2. That is correct, Ashrita, Prisha, Avyuk. Okay, Avyuk, I'll wait for your answer. No problem. Sreshta, correct. Prince, correct. Johan, correct. Jay, correct. Akshita. Yeah, go ahead. Ryan, did you answer? Ritisha, correct, ma. See, most of you understood. Ashwat, correct. Rushi, correct. Rushi, you corrected it. Very nice. See, Harshit, you got it.
Yeah.
So now let me show you. Let me, Vikyat, Nidhi, I have not got your answers. Please answer, guys.
Asana.
Good. You think, Dhruv, why think? Why is there no confidence? You are right. Good. Avyukt, correct. Okay, now I'm going to move on. Akshita, did you send ma?
Yes.
Okay, good. So you now know how to pick out f of x and x, right? Let me ask you one more, the last one. What is x when f of x is 3? What is x when f of x is 3? What is x when f of x equal to 3? Good job, Avyukt. So guys, you know how to meddle with x and f of x is what I see, okay? I need to tell you why, what is a function, what is not a function. That is pending. I feel like everybody understood now. Okay. Somebody wrote it as 4. What?
Sorry,
Akshita, how is it 4? No problem. How do you think it's 4? It's okay to go wrong, right? Tell me.
I just messed it up like a lot.
Oh, Dhruv, you messed it up. Akshita, why is it a 4, ma?
Isn't it because the x in the f of x is supposed to be the y value?
Ah, yeah. I asked you the reverse now. You got confused. F of x equal to 3 up. Then you have to search on the y-axis. You see, f of x means y value is 3. I'm asking for the x value.
Oh.
Chita, you got it?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So that confusion I expected. That's why I asked you the question. You got confused. Ashwath, correct. Rushi. Rushi, I gave you the, if you send me f of 2 means you're talking about y value at x equal to 2. Whatever you put in bracket is the x value. Rushi, you got it?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, you keep making that mistake, but be aware. So now I'm asking for the x value, which should be written independently. It's an independent variable, right? This
Yeah.
y is always confusing. It's a dependent variable. It comes along, it says f of x. When
Okay.
you send me the x value, it has to be nice plain value.
Okay.
But y value, you can say like this. This means you're referring to the y value when x was 2.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
f of x equal to 3 means y value was 3 in here. Harshad, did you answer?
Yeah.
Kavin, how it is 0.5, Kavin? F of 2 is
I'm a
not.
little bit confused on this question.
See, yeah, I'll help you. Kavin, f of 2, you are answering for f of 2, right? That means you're telling me about f of 2. If you say f of 2 is equal to, you're saying the y value when x equal to 2. When x equal to 2, the y value was 3.
Oh, okay. I read it wrong.
Got
Okay.
it? You have to
Yeah.
read the proper axis. F of 2 equal to, if you put, you're talking about the y value.
Oh, okay. I see it.
I asked you for the x value when the y value was 3. The y value was 3 projected to the graph. What is the x value? X value
2.
is 2. Make sense?
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
it's a little confusing because of this coming in. This is new to you and it is totally confusing sometimes. Now, I want to tell you what is not a graph, not a function. This is called a function mapping diagram. This is called a function mapping diagram. You know what is this? Is pretty easy, okay? See here. This is my function mapping diagram. You see? Uh-oh. What does it mean? I'll tell you. What does it mean? I'll tell you. When I give a machine function, this is called my function machine. Okay. If I give the input 1, if I give input 1, it gives me 1. If I give input 2, it again gives me 1. I give input 3, what? It gives me 2. It can be anything. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about the logic. It's just a black box. I gave it 1, it gave me 1. I gave it 2, it gave me 1. I gave 3, it gave me 2. So how do I write this function? 1 comma 1, 2 comma 1, 3 comma 2. This is my function. Okay. So here when you think about it, let's plot it. If I plot it, it's 1 comma 1, then 2 comma 1, then 3 comma 2. It's a discrete function. So clearly, see the same x value. Do I have same x values? No. For me to say that something is a function, right? If I have the same x value repeated, it cannot have a different y value. For the same x value, you cannot have different y values. If you have, then it is not a function. I gave only these 3 points. The x values were all different. Don't worry about your y values. See here, x values were all different and each x value that I gave had some y value. Get it? So I would call this as a function. Suppose if I say I add a 4 here, I add, let's say, I don't want to add anything, okay? Here, let me see. Another, let's say I extend this and say it's a 4 here. See, now the single input, first time I gave this machine 1, it gave me 1. The second time I gave the machine 1, it gave me 4. I don't like this machine. It's totally unreliable. One time if I give 1, it is giving me 1. One time I am giving 1, it's giving me 4. It's totally unreliable. So this is not a function. If the same x value has two different y values, then it is not a function. Please listen, there is a subtle difference here. Whereas, here see, let me erase this off. Let me erase what I drew latest. I'm going to take that off, okay? Now, previous function, when it was a function, it is a nice function here. Do you see? See, two different x value have the same y value. This is allowed. This is allowed. 1, 1, 2, 1. Two different x values can have the same y value. Doesn't matter. It is still a function. Whereas, if the same x has a different y value, two different y values, do you see? For the same x value, this is not a function. Make sense, guys?
Auntie, I have a question.
Yeah.
Is this like the rule in algebra where x cannot equal to two different things, but two different things can equal to x? Like, x cannot equal to 4 and 1, but x and y can equal to 1.
X can, see, the coordinates can't be 1, 4, 1, 1. It can be 4, see, the same 1, 4. Again, there is a 1, 1. The same x value is containing two different y values, which is not correct. It's not a function. Make sense?
Yeah.
So how will you quickly see a graph and tell? I'll tell you a quick way. With that, I'm going to conclude and ask for class details, okay? Now, let's say I have a graph like this, okay? I have a function like this. This is also a function, guys. Now, how do I know that this is a function and this is not a function? In a graph, it's very easy to say. That's called a vertical line test. I'll tell you, this is a quick way. Vertical line test. Draw a vertical line. Wherever you draw a vertical line, the line should cut only at one point of the graph. The line should cut only one point of the graph. Vertical line test. Suppose if I have another function like this, do you think this is a function? Definitely, when you see the graph, draw a vertical line. The vertical line tells you that there is only one x, one y. You see? At every point. You see? Now, if I have a function like this, some graph like this, is this a function? Who can tell me? Anybody? Volunteers?
It's not a function because it's
When I
gonna
draw the vertical line, what happens here? You see, let's say this x point is 5. You see, this is a 5. This is a -2. This y. What happens? 5, 5 is there. X value 5, y value 5. That is there. And again, 5, -2. Do you see x and y values? The same x is having two different y values. So the vertical line test is very useful in a graph. But if you're given xy coordinates, watch out for the same x containing different y. That's not a function. You got it? So today, what did we do? We discussed functions, we discussed continuous functions, discrete functions, we plotted the domain range, and we discussed what is not a function. We also discussed the vertical line test. Any questions? That was a lot to cover. Okay. I had quick questions for you all. What were the questions I had? If suppose, okay, I split this group, how many are okay with a Saturday? Saturday evening, 6 o'clock or so, 5:30 or so, 5:30, maybe, yeah, maybe 5:30.
I have to ask my mom.
4:30 to 5:30 it will be. For you, it will be 4:30 to 5:30 in the evening. Is anybody okay? Guys, please raise your hand if you want to shift to a Saturday. You want to shift to a Saturday, let me know. If you, nobody wants to, oh my goodness. Nobody is wanting to, not even a single hand up.
What time is the Saturday class again? Could you repeat it?
What time is the Saturday class? It will be 4:30, ma'am.
I'm not available, Auntie.
None of you are not. Everybody is busy. Looks like what is going on, guys?
I have to ask my parents, but I'm pretty sure I can't.
Same. I have to ask them, but I think I can, but I have to ask.
Your mom already said a no.
Oh, no?
My
Yeah,
mom
no.
also said
Oh,
no.
yeah. Okay.
Your mom also okay.
I don't think I can do Saturday.
Okay, okay, okay. Let me think. Let me think about it and ask your parents, guys. Okay. So I think this is not worth discussing with you. But did you all understand functions?
Yeah.
Okay. So I am thinking you all understood what is a function, what is not a function, discrete function, continuous function, what is basically a function relationship between two values, any two values. Now, when on seeing a graph, you can use the vertical line test. When they give you the points, what you do, you compare for a same x value, you cannot have this different y values. So that is how you differentiate a function and not a function. And when I describe a context, you should be able to draw a graph as well. Water leaking, you should be able to draw a graph by yourself. And domain and range is the most important concept. There will be one question in EOC. What is the domain? What is the range? There will 100% be one or two questions in the final exam for algebra. The domain and range will be there because you know what? That is going to carry forever. Forever in the sense, till you complete math, you will have domain and range. So you have to be very, very clear with domain and range. For now, I am not going to split the class unless I don't know. Really, guys, none of you want to shift to Saturday? Meaning, I'm asking, at least I need 5 of you to shift if we are shifting. Again, I'm asking you, please raise your hand using raise hand button. Okay. How many of you want to stay in this class? Let me see whether you raise your hand for. No. Please, in the button. Use the button. Then only I can quickly see. How many of you want to stay in this class? Now I'll catch the people who are not raising for both.
Wait, Miss Priya, I don't know how to raise my
How do
hand.
you raise your hand?
Yeah,
React.
You
I
click
also don't know.
react and then it says raise hand.
React. We'll all educate each other.
You click react.
What, Rishi? It's funny. Oh my God, everybody wants to say Thursday. Okay. Ashrita, what's up with you?
Oh, I just didn't know how to raise my hand.
Oh, okay. Ryan, what's up with you? Ryan.
I can't do Saturday because I have 2 other classes that go till 5.
Hey, no problem, Srishta. I just want to know how many of you want to stay on Thursday itself.
Oh, sorry, my audio is kind of not really working. So,
Okay,
you're talking about like the Saturday classes?
yeah, Ryan, I talked to your mom already. You're not prepared to shift. That's fine. That's fine. No problem, Ryan. I got your answer already from your mom. Ashwath, I got your answer. Okay. Sreshta, Ryan. Oh my God. Okay, guys, I noted it. Let me think about it, how we can proceed with this, and then I'll let you know. Make sense? Make sense, guys? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Let me think about what to do about this situation and then I'll let you know. Okay. I really felt comfortable with you all in this class. However, I want to think about it. I want the classes to be very productive for you. So I have to think about it and come back. Okay. Any questions for me now? And how many of you are new? There will be a Google Classroom. The Google Classroom has been sent out to your parents. Homework will be posted there. You should do your homework and come back. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Any questions for me? Newcomers, especially you have to let me know any questions. I was very comfortable with the newcomers. Interesting. Any
A
questions?
question on this.
Yes, go ahead.
Wait, could I draw this?
Sorry, Mabuk. What was that?
Could I annotate it?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Please, you know my class, right? You can annotate.
So
Yeah,
this
guys,
is gonna be a discrete function, right?
yeah. For those of you who are done clarifying, right, you can log off, guys. I don't want to keep you here.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye, Miss
Bye, Miss
Priya.
Priya. Thank you.
Priya,
Bye.
Bye.
Miss Priya, I just wanted to tell you something real quick. We just started school, right? And in math, we're learning arithmetic sequences. It's called explicit formula.
Yep. Arithmetic sequences, arithmetic sequences, yes, recursive and explicit formula, right?
Yeah, we learned. We learned that, right?
We didn't learn it yet.
Because I remember you talking about nth term, so that's what I thought.
Oh yeah, nth. Did we do? No. Oh, no.
Either this was in geometry or
Yeah. In geometry we learned it. Correct.
Oh, oops. Okay.
In geometry we learned it.
Yeah.
But you know
Like
what?
a worksheet.
Yeah. See, I know how your school covers. Okay, they go to arithmetic sequences, but you are not at a point to handle functions. Then why go to arithmetic sequences? That is why. Well, let me stop the recording first. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait a